officials and whatever has been lined up here as we celebrate some of the best players to play for the two countries, Kenya and Uganda. And I must say that the numbers are quite impressive, the fans that have showed up. Well, I guess it's rare to see players just get off, but then by the time they agreed to be carried off, then the injury that they suffered was quite big.
Yeah, players usually want to walk off with their heads held high and a bit of pride. There's that replay. Michael Okorach twisting Collins Injera and leaving him on the floor.
The player who's just got himself injured, shirt number 33, rather 23, is the one that has picked up an injury. We can only wish him a quick recovery. Otherwise, you wouldn't want to see somebody suffering or getting into this kind of situation.
Especially in a trip, you know, you've come for a vacation in Uganda, the best of rugby that you played in your youthful days. You come back to revisit some of those glory days, and an injury spoils the party. There will be a big party this entire weekend. Hopefully he'll be able to recover as quickly as he can, so he can join his colleagues and most importantly get back home on that flight in a bit of comfort.
Yeah,
of course,
exactly.
as a veteran or as a legend, you tell your family you've left Nairobi or wherever in Kenya and you come to Kampala, Uganda for a weekend, and then you return with your uncle in a cast. A bit of explaining to
of course, that's
the family or at work.
It's a big show that they're coming in from the Kenyans there.
That's a heavy carry.
Very heavy, and that should be Kenya showing intent for another try. This is why Uganda's got to do a lot better.
Kenyans have advantage as well, but the defense are upright on that fringe. They need to go low onto their knees to put up a contest.
Some real good rugby there being showcased by the Kenyans as they share the ball, but then the Ugandans are doing their utmost not to allow them to get over the try line.
Samson Onsomo pulling the strings beautifully.
As you can see, there's a real battle there between Mutuku and the Kenyan defense line. Another big carry there coming in from Joel Nganga. And it looks like it's just a matter of time, seeing the way the Kenyans are dominant there, but then the Ugandans have looked quite solid at the back. Pass played in out, and that's another try.
Victor Sudi in the corner, and that's a beautiful pass from Lavin Asego. You need a big ball carrier at the wing and the fly half who can find him. And Michael Okorach was going to be no match for the Kenya Harlequins legend.
Well, what a performance that was there.
It was inevitable.
Yeah, you felt that they kept pounding, picking and driving until they had worn out the Ugandan opponents. Just look at how the ball flows from one end to the other. And even as Okorach came in, he just couldn't stop the inevitable, and it is now 10-3. But can they make it 12 as Darwin Mukidza weighs how much energy he should apply to his boot.
That looks good. Oh, comes off the upright. That looked good.
39 minutes played in the half. Oh, it's just that maybe our clock is a bit behind here, but it is halftime as the whistle goes for the break. Darwin Mukiza misses a conversion that would have taken Kenya into that halftime break with a 12-3 lead. But still, as it stands, they lead by 7. 10-3 it is. We're going to take a break and we'll be back shortly for what should be an exciting second half as we expect Uganda to try and fight back.
Watu wangu, the real captain ameland. Na ameland na aviator. Na hapa, kila mtu ni rubani. Hatubagui, hii game ni yetu.
Weka bendera juu. Tuna represent the nation, the nation. Umoja ni nguvu. Ana kwa ana, bega kwa bega. Tumepepea, tumeinuka. Hii game ni yetu. Tumeamua, sisi wa Kenya. Tumesimama, tumeungana. Hii game ni yetu. 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 Hii game ni yetu.
Karibu SportPesa Air. Cheza aviator. Hapa, kila mtu ni rubani.
Leo ni siku ya kujibamba. Sherehe mazee siwezi piga solo, napiga na mabeshte. Lakini ngoja, hii ni nini? Aka ni kadogo mazee, unaona vile natoshana? Tunataka ile bigi, tunataka ile mega. Ngoja, hiyo ni nini? Hiyo ni nini? Nini hiyo nanusa? Kujeni hivi, kuja. Hapa. Ndio hii. Sasa sherehe wacha ianze mazee jo. Tukiitisha ile bigi, tunataka ile kubwa kabisa mazee. Na kuna ile bigi kama SportPesa Mega Jackpot yenye iko over 115 million Kenya shillings.
SportPesa Mega Jackpot. Now, over 120 million shillings. SMS kubali to 79079 au ingia pale ke.sportpesa.com na ucheze design yako. Watu wangu, form moto ya World Cup imejipa. Wekelea game yoyote daily kwa platform yetu na ustand a chance kugrab share yako ya 5 million shillings. Washindi watatangazwa every Monday kwa social media pages za SportPesa. Every bet, every casino round counts. Usilalishe champe. Ingia pale ke.sportpesa.com. Uwekelee bet zako na ukumbuke tuko na boosted odds noma. Malipo nayo hukua instant. Na pia usisahau kulisten in World Cup live audio commentary kwa app na website yetu ya SportPesa. Form ni katambe na SportPesa. Authorized and regulated by the Gambling Regulatory Authority of Kenya. Play responsibly. Not for...
This is SportPesa League All Access.
Welcome to SportPesa League All Access. In this episode, we hang out with Michael Were Muhisia, famously known as Bonga Boli, as he takes us through a day in football audio commentary. We all know there is a new ride in town. We revisit the unveiling of Shabana's new brand Bass and the excitement that was. We also get to see some of the highlights for the relegation battle between Bidco United and Kariobangi Sharks. Who will leave and who will remain? Finally, we hear from the winners of the Player and Coach of the Month awards in the SportPesa League for the month of March and April 2026. Watu wangu, the real captain ameland. Na ameland na aviator. Na hapa, kila mtu ni rubani. Hatubagui, hii game ni yetu.
Weka bendera juu. Tuna represent the nation, the nation. Umoja ni nguvu. Ana kwa ana, bega kwa bega. Tumepepea, tumeinuka. Hii game ni yetu. Tumeamua. Sisi wa Kenya. Tumesimama. Tumeungana. Hii game ni yetu. Hii game ni yetu. Hii game ni yetu.
Karibu SportPesa Air. Cheza aviator. Hapa, kila mtu ni rubani.
Magais tuko. Magais tuko. Vipi watu wangu, once again the SportPesa National 7 Circuit is upon us. Na tunafanya nini?
Tuna turn up the music!
Turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up, turn it up.
We're turning up, sherehe!
Turning up the moment. Turn up the wall.
Turning up, drive time, action!
Notice, are we ready? We are back. Na KCB.
Yes!
Turning up, Division 2.
Our family Buddha. Turning up the Tam Tam family.
SportPesa National 7 Circuit!
Turn it up!
For Kenyan sports, 2026 began at full throttle. From the thrilling second half of the 2025-2026 SportPesa League season to the electric atmosphere of the HSBC Sevens 2 at Nyayo National Stadium. From the prestige of the magical Kenya Open to the raw adrenaline of the WRC Safari Rally and to the intensity of the Ultra Fight Series boxing. And at the heart of it all, SportPesa powering experiences, supporting talent, and bringing Kenyans closer to the sports they love.
Bogi ni gani? Bogi ni ya Veka 237 na beti ni moja. SportPesa peke yake.
SportPesa nimewacheki, wametusupport, nimewalove sana.
If SportPesa had not come on board this year, there would have been no events.
Coming from the dugouts, they will now begin to play with the handbrake off. Expect to see some more spaces opening up as the bodies continue to tire. And we can get some exciting 40 minutes of rugby that will get the fans off their seats. It's been a bit of a dull affair. KG, I must admit, but perhaps the teams trying to size themselves up as Kenya looked to put on a contest and Uganda looked to defend that 1 point that they picked from Mombasa. What a defend from Asuman Mugerwa.
With a shrug off there, his Kenyan counterpart. And now Tabaruka with the pass, but then couldn't be gathered. Yeah, it was a very good space for him to exploit, but then couldn't. That's Gabriel Aredo, one of the Ugandan support team for the Legends, the Ugandan Legends. They are trying to morale boost. It's going to be a scrummage here. It's going to be a scrummage here, as you can see on the touchline, players warming up, just preparing to get in and put in their shift. Some changes already made here.
Perhaps, of course, considering that Marshall Chumkam is on the playing field coaching duties, look like they've gone to Rukundo and Gabriel Aredo.
You see there, but then there was a knock on there by the Kenyans now. Orange Sebuliba presents the board. Ivan Chirabo finds, of course, Emmanuel Chodu there, goes into contact. It's a Kenyan bench. Some of them have been on already, as changes have been made. It's going to be another scrummage here. As Ivan Chirabo prepares to feed the ball in. The two teams bind here. Gets the ball into the scrummage. It's picked up there by Echodu. Stackord presents the ball. Called Arrow picks it up. There's a bit of feistiness there between Michael Courage.
I would wonder why they are in that unnecessary melee, especially after the referee's whistle has gone.
It seems like they're going for pause. Ivan Chirabo fancies himself here. Let's look at that replay there.
Yeah, it's Samson Osomo and Michael Wokorach with Lavin Asego in there. Nothing in it.
Yeah.
Just a rugby
contest. Ivan Chirabo looks up and then takes his kick there.
It's wide.
It's wide. Another opportunity missed.
Yeah, I've noticed the number of changes that they've made, the Ugandans and Kenyans, in the kicking options. For Uganda, on the close shots, the kicks, the three were converted by Chris Lubanga. Ivan Chirabo is the choice for the long ones, but there might be need to rethink that strategy given that they are down by 6 points. They just need 2 penalties to level matters. And you can see what Kenya have done. Darwin Muketsa not kicking. It's Collins Injera and Emmanuel Echodu not able to gather.
Moses Echodu couldn't gather there. That was a very... Emmanuel Echodu, I beg your pardon. Moses Echodu is the journalist.
Started at the wing at Makere, then had a very successful stint, I must admit, with the KCB Cobs, and some international tours with the Uganda Sevens, but as we've noticed the metamorphosis of a Ugandan rugby player, you start on the outside and you come working towards the inside. He has played lock before. Today he's on as number 8. Maybe one day for some, he will be a prop.
Yeah, you couldn't put it past him.
I mean, you can see Lawrence Sebuliba in there.
I'm sure that following that first leg win, the Ugandans felt that this was a very good opportunity for them to win this clash that they have not had a chance to win over the years.
The first one was always going to come, and it came in Mombasa. It's going to be difficult, of course, to win the series overall, but they are giving themselves a better fighting chance. Just 6 points down, and they are playing at home.
Yeah.
It's still difficult, but
they have a chance.
A bit easier. The chance is still available, and with 30 minutes to play, anything is possible in this contest.
Absolutely. Evans Mosili there, as it's a penalty for the Kenyans. Are they going to go for pause, or are they possibly going to kick for touch?
A bit out of range, given how the players have been kicking today, so it makes sense for Darwin Mukidza to go to the corner, look for the line out. But he kicks it straight into touch in goal, and the Ugandans opt for a scrum at the mark where he kicked the ball.
As Wilobo Mokili is also introduced by Team Uganda. And then there is also an injury that's been suffered by one of the Kenyans, of course.
He was just taking a break, really trying to get a bit of a breather. These are some of the expected challenges that these players will experience, given the age and also the demands of the sport.
Yeah, with fitness issues as well. So there will be cramps here and there. Ivan Chirabo hits the ball, and the Ugandan Legends not doing badly at all there. The scrummage. Majero finds Tabaruka, and now Michael Wokorach into contact.
He's enjoying those collisions with Darwin Mukidza and Collins Injera.
And of course, Kimono there. It's a penalty to Team Uganda. Ivan Chirabo will kick straight to the Kenyan winger there.
When the kick was first put at the back, and then now they've set up a counter-attack, it leaves an open gap. Then now they've set up a counter-attack, it leaves an open gap, which he has exploited with such finesse. It's a beautiful kick that puts Uganda at the 5-meter line of the Kenyans from inside his own half.
It's going to be a line out for the Ugandan Legends. Well picked up by Roland Tusime. Penalty to Uganda. South African referee will take no prisoners here as orders the Kenyans back. So now Uganda on the offense now. So
he's been held up. Not the smartest of moves, I must admit. Going into contact in an upright position. He was always going to be held up. And especially considering that the referee in this contest is quick to blow the whistle.
Doesn't let advantage of play on for long. It's going to be a scrummage to the Kenyans. As Mosili Evans has the ball in hand. He feeds it in. And the ball is taken away by Darwin Mukidza.
Yeah.
But not so far.
Exit kick under pressure from Giggs Odokere. But still gets the job done. relieving the pressure only just.
And it's now Ngolove with the line out. Good throw there, picked up there very well there by Charles Uhuru.
Advantage Uganda.
They create the ball there. So rolling as a penalty to Uganda.
Well, is this the first time we're going to be seeing a yellow card in the Legends festival?
Where you wonder, because it's not going to be the first time that the Kenyans are yet to be infringing.
I like that decision, not to send anyone to the sin bin. It's only a festival, not a test match.
Yeah. Celebrating the good old days.
I mean, some of the players last played competitive rugby as a whole before the 2010s, maybe late 2000. You can give them a bit of grace.
Yeah, definitely. 57 minutes played here. The Ugandans are chasing their first try of the game. Kenyans have been able to get 2 already. Of course, just one try for Uganda, it would make a very big difference. And the ball is picked up there by Stone Luja.
Advantage Uganda for offside.
Mokili there, of course, pick and drive continues there by Ugandan side. And they're trying to force their way, but so Chivumbi.
They need to attack the inside that is closer to the uprights.
But the Kenyans are holding their own as well. Ugandans trying to put up the pressure as well. It's that ball over the line, and it seems like it is a try.
Referee says short.
So it's a penalty to Team Uganda.
The players were very sure that they had scored the
Yeah,
try.
you could see how they celebrated Ronald Tusime.
There's a Kolove saying that it's scrum time. They're going to scrummage
until they push the Kenyans out of the way.
Of course, now you'd be thinking for the Kenyan counterparts, perhaps an opportunity to bring in one of the Kenya youngsters on this Legends by Nondi's franchise, but he didn't make the journey.
Yeah.
A fan favorite for some, that is Georgie Yasin. Tells me he's watching from back home in Nairobi. This
So
would be his number 2 jersey.
Yeah. So he's enjoying the game.
Yeah, and all the Kenyan fans watching on SportPesa YouTube and on the Afro Mobile here in Uganda and across the world. It's one of those, you could say, festivals you'll watch with no pressure. But of course, there's interests on both ends of that border, both slopes of the Mount Elgon, that the team that you'd favor comes out victorious just for bragging rights.
Yeah, absolutely. Scrum there, Ivan Chirabo fits the ball in as the Ugandan Legends.
That's a strong scrum from both teams, but now the pressure coming in against Uganda.
Of course, that's Lawrence Sebuliba is pushed out as he was trying to head to the line.
That's good defense from the Kenyans.
And he's indicating to the referee there that there was a high tackle on him. That doesn't seem like the referee viewed it that way.
The Ugandans were bullish in trying to force their way with the scrum, but that's a strong response, and it forces Stone Luja to send the ball out. Ben Nyambu, maybe Sebuliba will make the claim, rightfully so, that he was tackled high.
Yeah, exactly.
But that intervention from Nyambu is what has forced Sebuliba into touch.
Ball is one there on the line out by the Kenyans. Richard Odekere trying to alert the ref about something. Down with Mukiza.
That's a much better kick.
Definitely. All is well gathered there. Simon Wakabe with a good kick. Still misses it this time, but then there's a good tackle by Richard Odekere to save Ugandan defense line from being attacked there, but then the referee whistle goes for a penalty.
Kenyans have understood the style of the referee from South Africa, knows that he's quick to blow his whistle to award the advantage. Odekere makes the tackle on Vincent Mose and is slow to roll away, hand is out immediately. And Samson Nsomo says will not be wasting any time. They take the penalty, come from their own 5-meter territory defending a Ugandan scrum, and look where they are with an attacking line out across the halfway line midway between the 10 and the 22.
Yeah, that's a very big transition from the Kenyans, especially when you consider how much they were on the back foot for quite some minutes, as the Ugandans were seeking a try there. That's going to be a line out, but stolen there by Charles Uhuru. Good play by the Ugandan legend. And Ivan Chirabo now goes into contact there. Ngolobe, of course, finds Saul Chivumbi, who gets the support of Aston Luja as well. Penalty to the Ugandan legends.
Class lot to roll away.
Yeah. Ngolobe does well there. It's come with a lot of enthusiasm and energy. Some good rugby there on display, especially in this second half. Simon Wakabe with such an interesting pass here by Lawrence Sebuliba. Goes into contact. We need the support of teammates there.
Yeah, Lawrence Sebuliba knew he was isolated 2v1 defense on attack, and he tried to present the ball backwards, pushes it too far, and Mike Okrat kicks it into touch. But what a show of speed from Sebuliba.
So it's going to be a line out for the Kenyans. It's Frank Mututu.
We're going to see me contesting up in the air with Charles Uhuru. It's just a question of who goes up, because the two were line out veterans.
Yeah, and jumpers, to be specific.
They've got Odokere there as well, who goes up in the air trying to disrupt that Kenyan line out.
Tackle there by Evan Chirabo. That looks a bit high by Stone Luja. Darwin Mukiza for Kenya now. They are now on rampage, attacking that Ugandan defense line.
Chimono is on the wrong side of the breakdown.
Yeah. Penalty to Kenya. Collins Injera having a chat there with the referee as he talks to his teammates as well. Ball is kicked straight into touch. As the Kenyans try and press forward to have the game played nearer to the Ugandan goal area. Trying to get into the 22 there. Got 64 minutes played so far. 16 to go. The points difference is 6. The Kenyans lead by 6. 25-19. Kenyans now again on rampage here as Tito Duclair the carry there, and now Darwin Mukiza breaking the lines, but then is held back there by Michael Wokorach. It's a very critical time for the Ugandan legends. They can't afford to concede at this time. Oh yes, it's a try by the Kenyans, taking their tally to 15 points.
That try was always coming. The big man off the bench giving such a huge boost with his bruising carries, breaking a number of tackles, and you can see how much it has taken from him. If anything,
53.
this could be the sucker punch
Yeah.
against Uganda, that maybe the time for them to win the series is not now.
Certainly.
They need 3 scores.
Darren Mukiza with an opportunity to add the extras. I'm sure he looks back on the years that he has been contesting against the Ugandans and how well the Kenyans have, and he makes it 17-3. A wider margin now is created. It's now 14 minutes to play. So as it is, Kenya are on 32 points on aggregate, while Uganda are on 19. So they have it all to do, Ernest.
Too much to do.
It's
And
a
most
big
of it
carry
not
there.
on the scoreboard. It's on the playing field. Too soft in the tackles. Most missed, but a number of those just brushed off by the
but
Kenyan attack.
Yeah, Samson on Somo.
And
And just like the manner in which he kept rolling his body as they were tackling him, and he was standing on the other side. He did it twice until he got over the try line. It's a
And then
hydration break.
also Uganda not exactly efficient on attack. That time that they spent in the 5 in the 22 looking for a try, calling for a scrum, yielded nothing, yielded no dividends, and all they have to show is a first half penalty from Chris Lubanga. The Kenya Legends by Nondis squeezing any hope there was from the Uganda Legends to win their first festival or their first series. And now it's just a question of, is there enough time for the Ugandans to put up a comeback, or is it now just enjoy yourselves and hope to rebuild from there next year?
Well, the thing is that you get a sense of deja vu. Back 2023, when Uganda went to Ngong Road and lost by just the 2 points in the Elgon Cup, and then there was a lot of expectation going to the Kings Park Arena, and the Kenyans just came and whitewashed Uganda. You get a sense that something similar is playing out even right now. Clearly.
The example you give is from 2023, but there's stories aplenty from the early 2000s.
When
And,
Uganda seemed like they were winning the Elgon Cup.
Yeah. But there had always been a head start. There had always been a head start from Kenya, dominating some of those early contests, and then the Ugandans slow to catch up. But when they finally did, it became an exciting contest to watch, and I think this could be one of those. This Legends Festival, the Kenyans have about 4 years or so on the Ugandans. They've played festivals in Dubai, they've played all around the continent. For Uganda, it's only just 3 years that they've been competing, and only competing against the Kenyans. With time, they've added the Tritons tour that they've played, and then a number of other competitions. So I dare say that this is going to be the storyline for a couple of years before the Uganda Legends and veterans come of age and they can fully compete against the Kenya Legends by Nondis. For now, it is the energy of youth that is, and I say this with a tongue-in-cheek, in the context of the series, is the energy of, we want to try this, we want to achieve it. Sometimes they will be successful like they were in Mombasa. Other times it will be the assertion of authority by the Kenya Legends by Nondis, and I think this is one of those days.
Yeah, as you can see, changes have been made. Chumkam returns, as well as Chris Lubanga, and Abel Sozi as well makes his return, and of course Asuman Mugerwa. Clearly a need to maybe refresh the team, but also maybe a realization that the second half has not yielded as much as many of them had hoped.
Neither did the first half. So just a continuation of the same from the start of the game. That's a good tackle by Oscar Olara.
Puts pressure on the Kenyans here.
Brother Richard Odokere, known as Giggs.
There's a penalty to the Kenyans. Uganda has 13 minutes to
That
try
tackle
and rescue
actually
this.
was by Timothy Mudola.
Timothy Mudola made
That's
the
a
tackle.
Good textbook tackle. There
As
it
you can
is.
see him, yeah.
Makes the attempt to wrap, fixes his rib, his shoulder into the ribs of his opponent.
Yeah.
Good tackle by the Stallion, as he's popularly known as well.
Timothy Mudola also returns, as he took down Stephen Odhiambo of Kenya. But it's a line off to the Kenyans. Mutuku, the duty is there. All clear ball, Cheven Mutuku. Good throw, the Kenyans, but then it's almost gathered there by Ivan Chirabo. Can the Ugandan Legends get back into this game? Probably need at least a couple of tries.
They need to score thrice, to be exact.
Yeah.
They trail by 14 points today, but 13 in the context of the tie, so a minimum of 2 tries and then a penalty.
Absolutely. It's a real high mountain to climb for the Ugandan Legends here this evening here at the Kampala Rugby grounds.
Perhaps explains why the crowd has been subdued.
Yeah, no chanting, no vibe. I guess a realization, or even admitting in their heart of hearts that this one is a lost cause.
Yeah, like the Kenyans usually say, here meenda, this has gone.
Yeah.
Or how we say here, kawedemu.
Kawedemu. Some good play there at the break, the scrummage, but then penalty now. Ivan Chirabo breaks away, but then he's tackled and the ball is turned over by Mosili of Kenya. But that's an opportunity. Can Ivan Chirabo touch down?
Yeah, that looks good. It's a try.
Yeah.
You can see we can say the insistence by Alex Mubiru in showing where the grounding was.
Yeah.
Pointing to the exact mark where the try was scored by the youngster of the team, Ivan Chirabo. Was standout performer off his boot in Mombasa. Today the kicks haven't exactly counted, but with a quick restart, he has contributed to the scoreboard with his kicks. That's that try. Tackle made, and then he just rolls over and grounds the ball on the line.
And you can see Alex Mubiru insisting as to show that, guys, this is a try. And now, can Chris Lubanga add the extras and make it 10-17? He already converted once, or rather scored a penalty. Oh.
Yeah, attempted conversion. There will be a re-kick because Collins Injera charged earlier.
Yeah.
Than Chris Lubanga made his motion.
Yeah.
So he will advance. He should be able to advance. 10 meters closer, but perhaps he wants to take it from that very mark.
Can he make it 10?
Rugby scores can be deceptive.
Yeah.
A few moments ago, it looked like it was a done deal. Kenyans winning, but with this conversion, it can be a 1-point game, a 1-score game.
Exactly. And Lubanga makes it 10-17.
Uganda back down by just 6.
So if they could get at least a try,
it would be game on. All they need to do is tie the game.
And they still have time, 9 minutes to play. But they've got to make sure that they play a perfect game of rugby, just like the manner in which Chris Lubanga has kept in shape. Even during this time where he's not been really playing competitive rugby.
Perhaps there's still time.
Yeah.
Jermaine, for the Ugandan fans, keep the hope alive. For the Kenyan fans, keep your fingers crossed, because we have an epic finale to the 2026 series between the Kenya Legends by Nondis and the Uganda Legends and Veterans. Just a 7-point game today, but overall a 6-point game. Kenya lead against Uganda.
So that total aggregate score is Uganda 26, Kenya 32. So it's 6 points difference. So clearly, all Uganda needs is a try and a converted one, and then they are in the lead again. Like you just said, how quickly the game turns on its head.
Just another look at Ivan Chirabo's try. He knew which direction to take, and the defense had to first retreat 10 meters, and then he turns around the defender, who unfortunately looked like he landed on the back of his head. Vincent Mose, his heart, of course, he knows.
And the fans now feel rejuvenated following that try. As you can see,
still subdued. I think it's just the enjoyment of the off-season period, we could call it.
Yeah.
Any other competition, especially between these two countries or clubs from the two countries, would have their fans on their seats with this score. But today it is just to enjoy the atmosphere of Kampala rugby and get to see what some of these veterans have on offer with the final 8 minutes.
The ball there is gathered. Kenyans Uganda, but then Kenya now trying to keep ball. Now Mosili. Kenya continuing, but then there is a penalty to Kenya for wrong entry.
That looks like offside. Marshal Chumkam, the guilty party.
And the Kenyans seem to be pointing to the polls against...
yeah, they need to put that bit of daylight between themselves and Uganda.
Darwin Mukiza wanting to take advantage of this opportunity, so that even if Uganda were to score a try and convert it, Kenya still have at least 3-point lead. Can he split the poles here? Not quite.
The objective of the score, not successful, but at least what it's done is chew a minute of the clock.
Yeah.
Making it even tighter in terms of the margins and the pressure as Uganda look to mount a comeback.
It's a big kick there by Ivan Chirabo, but good reception there on the high ball by the Kenyans.
It's a good tackle from Justin Chimono, looking to contest at the breakdown, but he's well cleaned off that rack.
Well, I think at the back of the minds of the Kenyans to be about keeping ball now. Darwin Mukiza there goes into contact, trying to weave his way past his markers, but Ronald Tosime almost ripped the ball out of his grasp there. As the Kenyans now lose the ball there. It's a knock-on. Good play there by Timothy Mudola, urging on his teammates. Tawadia is back on.
Good shift from Gutaka. Now it's up to the Ugandans to make this possession meaningful. Make it count, and they could set off a party that will not end until the next year's series is played.
Yeah, precisely. And they have...
not to say that if they lost there would be no party, but it would be merrier.
They still trail by 6.
Scrum. Keep it in there, and they will be rewarded as the front row is lifted off their feet. There's that advantage now. A free play for Ivan Chirabo.
A penalty to Uganda Legends. Chirabo breaks away. You need support at the breakdown there. Chris Lubanga finds Tabaruka to Michael Wokorach, almost lifted to the heavens there, but as he goes into contact, Let's try to create them more there. Well, the ball is lost there.
Very good defense from Darwin Mukitsa, holding Michael Okorach up, and then the supporting cast coming in to ensure that the ball is unplayable from that setup maul.
Some real focus on the game here. I'm sure that every fan here is counting every remaining minute to see how it turns out for the players that they know best, and that's the Ugandan Legends. But the Kenyans still holding on.
Not so many minutes that they will have to count, just 4. Make it 3 now left to play.
It's gonna be a scrummage here for the Kenyans. I'm sure that they'll be happy about the kind of performance that they'll put up in the return leg, the Kenyans, after losing at home. Sure, they went back and worked out so hard to try and make sure that they turn the tables. Darwin Kidza kick straight into touch. It's going to be a line out to Ugandan Legends.
As the clock continues to tick.
As you can see, Darwin Mukiza, but then good pick up there on the line out from Robert Aziku.
That's a side entry from the Kenyans. Alex Muviru wants to play a quick restart, but he needs to hold his horses. Uganda get the proper strategy on. Ivan Chirabo looks like he will be going to the corner. 5-meter line out for Uganda to attack against Kenya. They are going for broke.
Clearly now, with about a minute and a half to play, the Ugandan Legends realize the need to get that try. It is of the essence. Alex Muviru with a good throw there finds Robert Aziku. It's ball to the Ugandan Legends.
Ball unplayable at that track. Earlier today he would have awarded a penalty for not rolling away.
Yeah.
But still, possession Uganda. They not only need to score the try, but also give their kicker a chance, a better chance with the conversion.
And how dramatic it would be if they were able to get it done. Look at those faces, and clearly there's determination written all over them. As you can see, Chumkam, Matial. Abel Sozi is withdrawn, and Stone Luja is brought back on, I guess, to add some more muscle to that scrum.
Not so much in terms of skills in the scrummaging, but muscle, important at this stage.
Well, you've got to credit the tactics of the coach and reading the room and knowing exactly what needs to be done at this time, especially against the Kenyans that have not done particularly well in the scrummaging.
Oh, what a show from the Ugandans. The Kenyan front row have popped up. Some Sono Somo from an offside position.
Well, I guess they want to push again. It seems like, yeah. No doubt Alex Muviru would call for another scrum. And I can tell you he'll be talking about this for the next 1 year.
Scrum.
For sure. You can bet on Alex Muviru talking about the fact that they have dominated the scrums here against the Kenyans.
How many times do you get to hear that? Uganda dominating Kenya in
Yeah,
a scrum.
yeah, it's very rare, for sure. Very, very rare.
Another strong scrum.
The Rock.
Taklas wrote to roll away. Still play on.
Finds Michael Wokorach trying to bulldoze his way, but then he's tackled, presents the ball. Ball is still alive. Alex Mubiru comes in to support. And they're looking for that try.
It's all or nothing at this point. No room for penalties.
And
the try.
Tawadia, of course. Yes. To Musime there. The Kenyans under pressure here. The Ugandans are smelling blood as they push for a very important try here. Still a few meters away. But the Kenyans also look clearly determined to try and deny them.
Referee says ball is open, but it stays on the black side with the Ugandans.
Secured there by a support cast. Well, the whistle goes.
Looks like there was a knock-on the floor in that earlier contest. Yes, there it is. There's that call. I thought there was a knock-on the floor as the jacklers went in. Referee says there's still time on his clock to play. So we shall have the scrum.
Well, I'll tell you something, Ernest. If you can see the enthusiasm that we're seeing from the veterans and legends, showing what they're showing right now, you look back and wonder what it was like when they were still very competitive.
That's the purpose of this franchise and the series. To
it
give
must
us
have been blood and iron.
Had to have been.
So it's a scrummage there. Already seen Chirabo get a try for the Ugandan Legends. As I'm sure it would be priceless if they just got it between the poles, as I'm sure the intention is likely to be. It's going to be another scrum here, which I'm quite sure the Ugandan team or the Ugandan Legends would want to push the Kenyans over the line there.
Kenyans holding strong.
Yeah.
Chirabo having to play to the backs.
Chirabo trying to force his way.
Full penalty against Kenya, the double blow of the whistle. And I think we are about to see a yellow card. My fears have been that there shouldn't be a yellow card in such a contest, but with the repeated infringement from the defense, leaving the referee with no choice but to send out a warning.
Yeah, but you can see the fans are calling for a yellow card.
That's only for the competitive games, I must say. For now, wouldn't be a record as a referee that you'd want to have. That you showed the player in a veteran/seniors match a yellow card.
Yeah. Emmanuel Ochodu is also back on the field of play.
It's the very last play of the game. No handling errors whatsoever. Kenya can only afford to give away a penalty. But it shouldn't be in the set piece because they risk a penalty try. It's a strong shot from the Kenyans and they win the ball. What a response from that front row.
I guess they were reserving energy all that time when they were being pushed back by the Ugandan legends and veterans. Otherwise, what a lost opportunity this is going to prove to be.
It's only just a handling error, meaning there's still time on the referee's clock to play. Still enough time. Kenya have to set up the scrum and then exit their red zone. this time hoping that it's for good and they've secured the victory.
What a game it has proved to be, especially in the second half. The fire in it, and also the enthusiasm shown by the two sets of players to try and win it has clearly been out of this world, I must say. And
oh, it's a turnover.
Yeah, he's got to release that ball.
But unfortunately, he's cleaned off the breakdown. Possession maintained by the Kenyan Samson Osomo to Lavin Asego, who just kicks it into touch in the final play of the game.
Well, at the end of it all, the Kenyans turned the tables after losing the first leg at home in Mombasa a couple of weeks ago, 16-15. They've come to Kampala, in particular the Kampala rugby grounds, and won the game 17-10. But this is what it means. It's been a renewal of acquaintances in many ways than not. As you can see, both players, sets of players, going into that embrace. And at full time, 17-10 on aggregate, it has been Kenya 32, Uganda 26. A really close contest that we've definitely enjoyed here on NBS Sport.
Probably stretched the most in terms of fitness, but still hanging there. Congratulations, Eddie, still catching the ball. Well done. Great victory. And now we will listen to the captain of the Rugby Legends. Round of applause for Alex, ladies and gentlemen. Alex, a tough 50 minutes to Kenya with 1.3 the draw won't be good enough, but when you have the momentum, you didn't turn that to 2 points. Do you think that is a reason for your defeat? First of all, I would love to give Yuri back to the room to move on this up. Yeah, we fell short, but there's some momentum building in the background, and for me, that's what we need to pick out of there. When you talk about the momentum this year, we saw the number of the Legends increasing. That's on your side, good players coming back, Alan Asoko, Timothy Kampala, haven't been that much.
The contest is, it gets ever so tight. 1 point Uganda led from Mombasa, and then you come here playing here for the very first time, and then they pitched camp inside your 22. You're enjoying this contest, aren't you?
Of course. I mean, a lot of these players retired a while back, and both sides we try to bring in younger players. I mean, I appreciate Uganda bringing in younger vets, not just younger players, but younger vets, which is good. Post-retirement is an environment across all sports that I think a lot of federations need to think about, not just rugby. So it's something that we do a lot in Kenya to look at the wellness for players once they're retired. And that, I think, keeps it interesting. If you have younger vets, at least those who are below 35 or just about below 35 years. And I think those ones are keeping the game fresh. They're bringing the scoreline closer. Remember, if last year the gap was a bit bigger when we played in Nairobi the other year, 2025, and this year there's only 1 point in there. And today, up to the last play, anything could have happened. I think the substitutions helped. At that last moment, we needed a big scrum. And that was fantastic. I hope the fans enjoyed it as well.
I loved it. I loved it from the commentary booth. I hope the fans here and back at home enjoyed it. But as we leave you to enjoy the celebrations, the party, a message to the fans back at home.
Look, Vets Rugby is well and truly flourishing. Any rugby player watching this that is just about to retire, do your bit, and then after that come out and support the game through this Vets program. There's a lot of things we do. We support a lot of the children's home. We go to SOS Children, we're one of our partners. We support a lot of community clubs as well, at least in the Nairobi side. I know also our colleagues here in Uganda do the same thing. So the fans also keep coming. Some of the players of yesteryears, I think there's some good rugby in there to see. A couple of mistakes, but I think it was still fun to watch. Not so good for the veterans at heart because the scoreline was close. But I hope again we'll come back next year. Hopefully we come back again next year.
For sure, we're looking forward to seeing you back here next year and also hosting us away, our home away from home as well.
Of course, you're welcome to Nairobi anytime.
Right, thank you so much and have a good week.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
That is Oscar Osir, the coach of the Kenya Legends by Nondis. Now, my task is to try and locate the coach of the Uganda Legends and Veterans. I think this is going to be Roger Rukundo. What a match that was. Coach Roger, welcome back from the game. Your camera position is here. Just please walk us through this tie this year. Came here with a 1 point lead. Was always going to be tough to hold on to it, but that final play that you had in the game is something that, has it put a smile on your face or some pressure in your heart?
No, to be honest, we play this game for the camaraderie and the friendship, but it left a bit of a bitter taste in my mouth because I thought that we were going to convert all the advantages that we had. So it's a bit bitter, but I think we're getting closer. In the past, it's been a bit, the scores have been a bit wider, so I think we're getting really close, and I think next year we'll have it. But we'll still enjoy the spirit of the game, and we'll have a drink with our brothers. And take it on from there.
Just let's talk about the context of this Legends franchise of festival. First of all, it's a walk back in memory lane from some of the good days that you used to play. Like you mentioned, the camaraderie with people who used to be your foes and opponents, now friends and family. We've got to love this, especially just like Coach Osir mentioned earlier, in taking care of each other post-rugby. How is that process going on the Ugandan side?
No, it's fantastic. The bonds have slowly started to form again. You can see people like Timothy Mudola, who I think in the past has not been very active, is back. Soki is also in the game now. and the momentum is speaking. So we expect to attract more legends in the thing. And, you know, like I said, the things, life is hard generally, especially for us millennials and all. So coming here and remembering the good times and having, you know, keeping fit, you know, physically, it's extremely helpful for us.
Now let's look forward. Next year, making any promises that you'll win it, or just continue to enjoy the franchise and the series?
No, next year we're coming for the cup. We've fallen a bit short, but next year we're definitely going to take it home and away.
Right, thank you so much, Coach, and we leave you to enjoy the celebrations. Win or lose, it's always a party.
Of course, for sure. So let's go and enjoy the beer.
All right, that is the coach of the Uganda Rugby Legends and Veterans. That's Roger Rukundo. Earlier we heard from the Kenya Legends by Nondi's coach Oscar Osir. We'll be looking to speak to maybe a number of other players, but for now I'll leave you to enjoy some of the beautiful images from Kampala Rugby, and then we'll be back with the trophy presentations.
entirely an accident when you're going up the stairs. Hopefully your wife didn't watch the game.
Lovely. Now, one of the things I would like us to talk about is now, finally, Captain, one thing I would like for us to discuss is the celebrations. There's always a party at a rugby ground, win or lose. Kampala is like home for the Kenyans. What are we looking forward to tonight?
I would love to say let the games begin, but that's on a light note. So of course, as after the hard 80 minutes on the pitch, the brotherhood continues.
Thank you so much. Please keep coming back. We enjoy the rivalries, and as well, we look forward to playing away from home in Kenya.
Thank you for welcoming us always. We are most grateful, and a big thank you to our brothers and our hosts. Webalenyo.
Tweanziza asante. That is the Kenya captain Omondi. But for now, we'll be looking forward to speaking to more guys. But I would like for us to maybe just look at some of the images that came from the game today. Kenya against Uganda in the Legends franchise. Kenya winning by 17 points to 10, taking a 6-point aggregate victory and maintaining their dominance in the series. It's been 8 meetings rather between the two sides. Uganda winning just once last meeting, 16 points to 15 in Mombasa. But for 3 years and counting, the Kenya Legends by Nondis are in charge of this franchise. Let's look at some of those images from earlier today.